Welcome back. And Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt said he wants to break his own 200-meter world record, hoping to clock a time of less than 19 seconds before bowing out of the Olympics. In Beijing in 2008 and London 2012, the 6 times Olympic champion won the 100-meter gold, 200-meter gold, and a 4x100-meter relay gold. Here's more.
Usain Bolt says he wants to break his own 200-meter world record, hoping to run a time under 19 seconds. The 6 times Olympic champion won the 100 and 200-meter golds and the 4x100-meter relay gold in Beijing in 2008 and London in 2012. Showing off his fancy footwork in Rio, Bolt says he's aiming to do the triple-triple and win all 3 for the 3rd time.
Yeah, I think that's one of my biggest goals, and I think I want to go out there. I think it's the hardest one, to try to break the world record and actually try to run sub-19. So I think that's my focus, and that's what I really want. So I'm just going out there to do my best. Yeah, for me, that it would be the end of my Olympic days. Definitely, I would have accomplished what I wanted. I would have set the bar as high as I want it to be, and it's all about just moving on and just doing one more season, and we'll see where it takes me from there.
The Jamaican superstar, who turns 30 later this month, urged fans to have faith in athletics after the battering it's taken on the doping front in the last 18 months. He also confirmed that Rio will be his final Olympics.
The Venezuela's National Council says the country's opposition will probably be able to continue its progress towards a midterm recall referendum in late October.
Venezuela's National Election Council says the country's opposition will likely be able to hold a further signature drive in late October. It needs 4 million signatures in support of ousting President Nicolas Maduro from power to progress towards a referendum. Timing is important. If Maduro loses a referendum this year, it would trigger a presidential election that the opposition would likely win. It is determined that the vote happens as quickly as possible. The opposition coalition secretary says there will be a recall referendum this year in 2016 because it's technically possible, because it's politically pertinent, and because it's socially indispensable. Maduro has consistently said it will not happen this year. A vote next year would allow his vice president to take over until the end of his term. Opposition protesters blame Maduro for a long recession and shortages of basic items in the shops.
Former sports minister and international cricketer Sean Edward, while not in support of Darren Sammy's sacking from the West Indies T20 team, urges St. Lucians to nonetheless rally behind the West Indies.
Miller. And Darren Sammy is very powerful with the bat.
News of the skipper's exclusion from the team has caused uproar among St. Lucians, prompting dozens of placard-bearing protesters to converge outside Sammy's namesake stadium Tuesday during a test match between West Indies and India. Honorable Sean Edwards says he was unpleasantly surprised upon learning that the Miku native was stripped of the captaincy. He was even more shocked that Sammy was not even included in the squad due to alleged poor stats, particularly in light of the Zouk's skipper's commendable performance during the recently concluded CPL T20 tournament.
As you know, Sammy has a wide fan base, not just in St. Lucia but throughout the region. And when you go on social media, it was not surprising to see so many persons who voicing support for Darren Sammy. And of course, if there's one island or one country in the Caribbean where the support is expected to be most concentrated, that would be in St. Lucia. So the fact that St. Lucians decided to resort to protest action outside of the the Darren Sammy cricket ground to register their dissatisfaction if the decision of the WICB is one that is understandable.
Amid all the euphoria surrounding his arrival at the stadium on Tuesday, a magnanimous Darren Sammy expressed his appreciation for the level of support from St. Lucians and well-wishers, but nonetheless he reiterated his stance that West Indies cricket is not about him alone. He therefore encouraged protesters to go inside the stadium to support the test team.
As Sammy himself said yesterday, we are all in this to support West Indies cricket. It's really unfortunate that the board had to move the way that they moved, but at the end of the day, I guess West Indies cricket is bigger than everybody else, and cricket will prevail.
What do you think of Mr. Julian Charles's comments where he said that Darren may have misunderstood what was told to him and it was a private conversation, he should not have revealed that to the public?
Well, I did not hear Julian Charles's comment with respect to the whole Sammy situation, and therefore I don't think I should issue any statement with respect to that.
The 5-day test series is scheduled to conclude here on Saturday. Miguel Fabry, HTS News Force.
The people of one of Rio de Janeiro's poorest neighborhoods are hoping that a gold medal win by one of their own will help remove the stigma they face daily.
The people of one of Rio de Janeiro's poorest neighborhoods are hoping that a gold medal win by one of their own will help remove the stigma they face daily. Rio's City of God favela, or shantytown, has already found fame through a novel, then a film about its crime-ridden streets. But now its residents hope that Rafaela Silva's getting Brazil's first gold medal will change perceptions. When she won her judo match, on the streets they shouted the gold was for all of them. Some rare good news about someone from the favelas. Her father explained why there's so much pride in her achievement. I think the community is happy because she doesn't hide where she comes from. Some people hide their roots, but she doesn't. She never forgets where she came from. Everybody here likes it that she takes the name City of God there with her. She doesn't live in the Barra, a rich Rio neighborhood. She lives here, and I've always taught her never to forget where she comes from. The favela where his daughter was born and brought up is just a few kilometers from the Olympic Park, but a world away. Amid the poverty and violence that overshadow life there, locals say they see her as an inspiration for everyone. Just 2 weeks ago I said to her, "You're going for gold now, there's no other way. It is gold. At home, we won." On the wall, the message, "You're being watched," from one of the drug gangs that control many favelas. But a friend of Rafaela's says her victory also sends a message. Transformation. Yesterday I talked to some boys here and they said, "My mother's told me several times to give up judo, but I won't because I want something better for my life." So in a community where we don't have a lot of opportunities, and also where the children often are not very keen on studying, sport transforms lives. Rafaela is a local hero, and people took to the streets in the favela to celebrate her gold medal win. But shortly afterwards they had to take cover from a gun battle between drug dealers and police, a reminder of the crime and other social problems that are an everyday part of life in City of God.
Coming up next, we take a look at the international news.